What's up guys, Brooks here, and today I'm bringing out another Guiding 5 series. This time we're focusing on weapon loadouts. We're going to try and keep the conversation mostly on weapon types and archetypes, as most of the year 1 weapons are going to end up being trash eventually. If you don't know why this is, it's because year 1 weapons cannot accept year 2 mods. So even something like the Midnight Coup will eventually get outclassed by another weapon. I'm not saying toss them out yet, keep them in the inventory for now. The few weapons I would keep are the Midnight Coup, the Kalos weapons, Inaugural Dress, and Curtain Call. But anyway, that's enough for specific weapons you need to keep. Let's move on to what is the best loadout moving into year 2. I'm going to get this out of the way to start with, but anything other than 1 kinetic, 1 special, and 1 heavy is just going to be trash. The reason is because if you run 2 kinetics, then you're not only splitting your kinetic ammo, you don't have a powerful secondary to take down some mages. And if you run 2 secondaries, you're not going to have enough ammo because you're splitting all your secondary ammo between your 2 weapons. The only way I could see 2 secondaries perhaps being viable is with one of them being a trace rifle, because trace rifles have a lot of ammo for a secondary weapon. And also depending on what armor drops you can get, that could also change the amount of ammo you can store and pick up, so you might actually be able to keep your ammo up during activities. To be more specific about my preferred setup, I'd prefer a primary in the kinetic slot and a secondary in the elemental slot. The reason for this is because most of the time when you want to use your elemental weapon, it's against shielded enemies, and secondary weapons are obviously much more powerful at taking out big minotaurs, wizards, yellow bars, things like that, than a kinetic weapon would. So let's get into some examples of some of my preferred loadouts at the moment. So here we probably have the go-to setup at the moment with the Midnight Coup in the primary slot, the Kalos shotgun in this elemental slot, and then the Whisper in the heavy slot. Granted, the Whisper is busted right now, but even without the box breathing glitch, it's still a pretty good weapon. Another thing to consider would be maybe a fusion rifle in the secondary slot. They're honestly feeling pretty good right now. It's still a situational weapon. Sometimes sniper's going to outclass it, sometimes a shotgun's going to outclass it, but I'd give it a recommendation, I'd give it a try. Another weapon to consider, I can't believe I'm saying this, are the drum-loaded grenade launchers. They got a big damage buff in the latest update, and is actually doing some serious work. The only thing that puts it back down a little is the fact that rocket launchers now get 2 entire rounds per ammo brick. So I'd still recommend rocket launchers over the grenade launchers, but not by much. As for the secondary grenade launchers, they're pretty average, I'm not gonna lie. Snipers, shotguns, fusions, and in my opinion, even trace rifles are outshining the grenade launchers in the secondary slot. Speaking of trace rifles, well, they're okay, I guess. Cold Heart's okay. Unfortunately for the Prometheus lens, the AoE damage is still weak as piss. In terms of good primary weapons, I'm not sure why I'm doing this backwards, but anyway, the 2 best weapon types I think are hand cannons and pulse rifles. Now hand cannons for the moment are apparently bugged and are giving more recoil, more screen shake than what they usually would. Apparently this is unintended and Bungie are looking into it. If it's intentional, then perhaps pulse rifles are looking like the best option, but if it's not, hand cannons are still probably going to be number 1, if not number 2 option. I know I'm calling this one a bit early, but Redrix's broadsword is looking like it's going to be one of, if not the best, primary legendary weapon in the game. The fact is, pulse rifle's in a really good state right now, and Redrix's broadsword is without doubt going to be the best out of all of them. But that about covers everything I wanted to cover in this video. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe would be very much appreciated, and I hope to see you in the next one.